With Season of the Deep, we've had over 25 weapons released, some new, some reprised, and if there's one weapon that both PvP and PvE players should put on the absolute top of their priority lists, it's the Arc Energy hand cannon Nation of the Beasts. There's been 3 hand cannons released or reprised this season: Spare Rations, Targeted Redaction, and Nation of the Beasts. And apart from some behemoth 2-tap shenanigans with Targeted Redaction at the start of this season, the former 2 are actually very average hand cannons, so let me save you a little bit of time in farming them. The Nation of the Beasts, however, really shouldn't be ignored, and here's why. For PvP players, a little while back I released a video covering the incoming Rangefinder nerf and how that would change the landscape in terms of sought after perks, especially on SMGs and hand cannons specifically. If you haven't already watched that, then I'd highly recommend doing so, as now we know Rangefinder will no longer provide any benefits to extending the range of the weapon because of the incoming changes to zoom. So if you're looking to max out the distance you can shoot and not experience damage fall off, something very important to 140 hand cannons, then Rangefinder will no longer be your go-to perk. Nation of the Beasts actually has the perfect combination of perks which will mitigate the loss of Rangefinder. It actually feels amazing this season right now in the Crucible, and I'm predicting it will be near the top of the legendary hand cannon list from next season. It's one of the only hand cannons that can reach 100 range and 100 aim assist natively. For PvE players, hand cannons are getting a massive buff sometime soon, along with their already recent 20% buff last season in PvE, 25% increased damage against miners, and a whopping 75% damage boost against mages, and a little reload speed buff on top. A Nation of the Beast is the closest thing I've found to fulfilling that arc explosion fantasy that the original Fatebringer provided, and it's only going to get better. So let's go over the ideal god rolls for both PvP and PvE. For PvP in column 1, there's 2 standout perks. The first one is Opening Shot, and when crafted, Enhanced Opening Shot, which gives a whopping 30 range and 25 aim assist and accuracy bonuses for that very first shot. What most people don't realize is that because of those accuracy bonuses for the first shot, your reticle bloom is less for the second and third shot, meaning you'll actually find those shots easier as well. So technically, Opening Shot does actually provide some benefits for that second and third shot. With Rangefinder no longer providing any range, Opening Shot is going to help push this hand cannon range to well over 35 meters for that very first shot. Trust me, with Rangefinder, not a lot of hand cannons will be able to do that next season. With most people closing the gap as they're pushing the other person in a duel, that first shot is where you really need the maximum range. This is why Opening Shot really shines on hand cannons. The second perk option is actually Keep Away, which activates when you're more than 15 meters away from an opponent, which is when you want the perk to activate anyways, providing 15 range, which translates to nearly 1.5 meters of range at all times rather than just on the first shot with Opening Shot. Keep Away also provides an accuracy bonus as well. If you prefer a more consistent bonus, a more consistent feel to the damage drop off of the gun, sitting at 32.8 meters, then Keep Away is your perk. I went for Opening Shot in the end. Honestly, being able to hit 100 range, 100 aim assist without full bore on an enhanced crafted roll is no joke. Over 35 meters of range, even if it's only on the first shot with our Rangefinder, is pretty nuts. For the second column, again you have a few options, but in my eyes there's one clear winner. Harmony provides a 20% damage buff, which can make the gun go from a 3 headshot kill to 2 headshot 1 body. Kill Clip provides a 25% damage bonus on a kill after reloading, which can take the gun's forgiveness to a 1 headshot 2 body kill. Golden Tricorn, if activated correctly, can give you a whopping 50% damage bonus, meaning you can 2-tap someone at a nutty 0.43 second TTK. But that's going to be pretty hard to activate in Crucible, especially in 3v3 game modes. The clear winner in my eyes is Explosive Payload. Now, Explosive Payload splits part of the damage where that chunk doesn't experience any damage fall off. It's also super annoying for the opponent to duel against the visual disturbance Explosive Payload applies, so much so that it's banned in scrims. And if the scrim community bans a perk or a weapon, you know it's damn good. Because a portion of Explosive Payload never experiences any damage fall off, you don't get as steep a drop off as you do with some other hand cannons. It really makes dueling at range a pleasant experience. That combination of Explosive Payload combined with Enhanced Opening Shot is a rarity not seen on other craftable hand cannons, and for that reason alone, you should really be looking to craft this thing ready for next season. For PvE folk, this is the Fatebringer Dream you guys were sold but didn't actually get with the actual Fatebringer in D2. Dragonfly in that first column is going to create arc explosions on precision kills, explosive payload is going to make the explosive part of the hand cannon deal 30% more damage, which even accounting for headshots is a net buff overall to damage. Together this is the closest thing to the original Fatebringer with arc explosions galore, especially with this season's artifact mods as well. Other notable perks, especially in that final column, include Golden Tricorn, which is much easier in PvE to activate the 50% damage bonus from a grenade or melee kill, Kill Clip for that easy to obtain 25% damage bonus, and finally Volt Shot, which is interesting because when it applies Jolt, the tick damage from Jolt has a multiplier which is based off what the weapon archetype applying it is. Not all Volt Shot damage is equal. Hand cannons actually have one of the highest damage multipliers for Volt Shots on a primary weapon, so I definitely would be trying a Volt Shot rollout as well. But again, it's going to be difficult to beat that explosive payload Dragonfly combination, especially once those hand cannon PvE buffs hit. So there you have it, Nation of the Beasts, go craft a god roll for both PvP and PvE. It's already a bit of a monster and I can really see it shining next season when the rangefinder changes come in and the hand cannon buffs come in PvE. If you enjoyed what I talked about today, remember to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Destiny content. I'm Mr. Ronit and that's it for today. Peace out guys.